I let my cancer die yesterday. I know that's a weird statement, so let me kind of explain what that means. But okay, so the way it started. Yesterday, I was watching an episode of The Blacklist, and there's a song that started playing, even though it's a song that I knew very well, the Sound of Silence, ironically. Um, for some reason, it really touched me as I was watching the episode, and the version of that song. It's not the original; it's a remake. So the version of that song really touched me, and it was a touching moment in the show and everything, and someone was dying and blah blah blah. And it's like I ended up crying, but it's like that song just stirred something up inside me. And that day I'd been kind of like processing. That was the same day that I had that idea to create the contact in my phone to have the universe in my pocket and everything. And I spoke with a friend of mine who was creating this process to help his clients because he's a coach, and we kind of like work through some things and everything. And it's like there was a lot of things that happened that day. So when I heard that song, it really kind of impacted me. And even though I couldn't quite figure out why, I heard and I'm like, okay, I need to find this song. And tonight, when I go to bed, I'm going to lie down in the dark, listen to it on repeat, and just mourn, cry. I wasn't sure quite what I was mourning or what I was going to cry about, if I was going to cry, but it's like I had that sensation of like, I need to listen to this sad song on repeat and process whatever that thing is inside that I sense that I need to process. I wasn't really sure what it was, but I could sense it was something I had to do. So that's what I did. When I was done the day, brush my teeth, get ready for bed, find that exact song on YouTube, put it on repeat, plug in my headphones, and lie down in the dark on my bed, listen to that song on repeat, and just let whatever was meant to happen happen. And as I started going through that process, I understood what I was doing. Because, recently it was my birthday. And on my birthday, I made a decision that a year from now, so by April 29th, 2025, I will be 100% cured from this. And the thing is, like, I don't know how that is going to happen. I know it has to do with the universe and with everything I'm going through, but it's like I made that decision. The last 11 months was really kind of this progressing the whole cancer and everything and understanding what this means and what I need to learn from it and everything. But it was more this process of like, it keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And now it's like, all right, this is my birthday. This is an important milestone. I am deciding that a year from now, I will be 100% cured. So it was a very important milestone. And then, that whole passing out on the subway and convulsing and all that thing happened. It's like, well, that's not exactly the start I was expecting, but it was kind of like the ending of the last 11 months and preparing myself for this upcoming year of being cured, of healing process and everything. And I realized with everything going on, with the convulsions that I had and the negative comments on some of my videos, even though like it's barely anything, it's like a percentage of a percentage. It's like there was always that. I don't know. Recently, there's been a little more negativity on that point, and it just reminded me that it's so important for me to really do what is best for me. It's like, yes, I'm a storyteller. Yes, I share my stories, but it's like this is me. This is my journey, my experience, my story, and it's like I can't let exterior forces or people outside of me influence me. And what I mean by that is because unfortunately the way this all functions is because this is intense, because it's cancer, it's life-threatening, like illness and everything. The more extreme and the more bad things happen, the more views that I get and the more entertained people are. Not that they want anything bad for me, of course. I know that people, well, 99.99% of people who watch like want the best for me. They want me to be cured. They want me to find a solution. I know that at the end of the day, it's still like this is YouTube, this is entertainment, this is drama, this is how life works. So it's like, yeah, the more intense and extreme and bad it is, the more views I get and the bigger the channel gets and the more entertained people are. And I started to realize like that is actually a bad thing. It's working against me because the whole point is like I'm going to be cured in a year. Yet there's all these things that it's like, well, the worse it is, the more views you get. The worse it is, the more people are entertained. So it's like, okay, I can't allow this in my life. I can't allow this negativity, if you will, to work against me. So I realized, okay, in order to be cured in a year from now, I need to let my cancer die. And that's what I did yesterday. That's what I did when I was lying in bed listening to that song, crying. It's like I was mourning, I was allowing my cancer to die and be like, hey, I appreciate everything you've done for me. You've brought so much value to my life. You've taught me so many things. But in order to be healthy, to be cured, to, go back to having a normal life and doing all the things that I meant to do, I need to let you go. I need to let you die. So thank you so much for everything you did, but I don't need you anymore. From now on, my journey is going to be me getting healthier and healthier and getting better and better. And I don't need all those negative things that come from bad situations. So it's like, it was a very strange process to go through because it's like part of me was like, because, the cancer is part of me. It's a version of me, if you will, that has been a very big part of me for the last 11 months. And that will continue to be a part of my life for the next year as I'm going through this healing journey and process of curing myself and everything. But it's like, I kind of allowed it to take over, to take control of my life. And now I can't allow myself to do that because in order to heal, I need to let go of that, to surrender it. So it was a very strange experience to go through that, but also very liberating. And I'm just so grateful that it happened because it was really an amazing experience. And now it allowed me to, ironically, I didn't realize yesterday when I was going through that today is the 11-month anniversary. So it's just like the timing of everything once again is perfect. So it's just like, oh, okay, had my birthday, made the decision a year from now exactly, I'll be 100% cured. Then bam, seizure happened, everything started getting worse. I'm like, that's not good. But then it's like, oh, okay, it was just leading me to this moment where I'm able to release this, to allow my cancer to die. And then snap, the very next day, 11-month anniversary. All right, let's begin this healing journey. Let's really start this new process. So it's like, it's just, it blows my mind every time whenever things like this happen. The timing of everything, when you're going through it, it doesn't necessarily seem to make sense, but then you look back and you're like, wow, the timing for everything is perfect. So once again, I'm just so grateful for everything that happened. And I'm also very grateful that I've been able to release this, to let the cancer die. And now it's just a question of, all right, let's, let the universe, let life really work itself out so that a year from now, I will be cured. And yeah, I know that the doctors don't believe it. That's okay. I know a lot of people watching don't believe it. A lot of people want to believe it, but I know a lot of people don't believe it. And there's probably friends and family of mine who also don't believe it. But that's okay because I know at the end of the day, it's not about anyone else. And I know that sounds kind of selfish, but it's like, this is my story. This is about me learning what I need to learn, going through what I need to go through, and believing what I need to believe against all odds. Because if I'm able to do that, if I'm able to cure myself from an incurable form of cancer that they told me no one has ever survived stage 4 of this, it's like, if I'm able to do that, it's going to prove to myself that anything is possible, that I'm much more powerful than I ever realized, and that will completely transform my life.